because if you have one Colossus, like say you do the Phoenix build, you harass, whatever, and you have one Colossus, you think it's time to take a third, and you see like 20 roaches or something move across the map, and you're afraid of it, just wait till a second Colossus, wait till more sentries, like, building up your army, it's always going to be a strong army as long as you're getting the tech units, so waiting doesn't, like, kill you, you know, whereas Zerg, you always need to be ahead in economy, and kind of Terran, you do too. Protoss, as long as you have a strong army and don't lose your army, you can still win, to an extent. Yeah. Forge Fast Expand, I like it. I'm just more used to it. I do like a Gateway Expand if you're doing a fast Stargate. That makes a lot of sense. But for the most part, I do Forge Fast Expands. So you said PvP is hit or miss for you? What builds do you do in PvP?
I've done a one gate fast well, I think it's one gate fast expand. I have to look at the build again because I haven't done it in a while. But like my macro build would have been a fast expand with immortals. Like I would have had an immortal out by like 7 minutes. And I want to say it's a 1, maybe 2 gate expand. I'm not completely sure. But recently, because I've just been like running into problems, I've just been using a build where I go extremely fast Oracle into extremely fast DT.
Why Oracle and then DT?
Because I'm not quite sure why. Because Oracle really gives you guaranteed damage, even if they have a Stalker in the line, because Oracles kill workers so quickly.
Yeah, yeah, and if you do it fast enough. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then if you proxy your Twilight Council out in the middle of the map, along with your Dark Shrine, they're not going to see it.
Yeah, most of the time. Like 99% of the time, probably. Okay, yeah, I mean...
But it's really susceptible to early aggression, which is why it's hit or miss. But I don't really... I've only been using it because it's just something that I picked up, but it's not really what I like to use, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not... I know its weaknesses, and I don't like its weaknesses because it's really all-in-ish.
I need your help real quick.
Hold on 1 second, man. What do you need help with, Joey?
Just getting a shelf out of my car.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
No, I just mean in general, I'm on a sphere. Some new things and whatever. I literally need to have it turn the light on before I walk. And once I resume it, I'll He's really cool. He wants wanted to be a competitive gamer, but he tried it for a while, but the health issues get in the way. And he's just a really cool dude, very sociable, a big gamer, and knows people, sort of. And it's not horrible. I just clearly that corner was a little better, or if it was just another foot or something. I gotta get back to it. Maybe. Yo.
Hello.
Yo, sorry about that. My brother needed help moving a shelf. Okay, so Oracle into DT.
I don't like it.
So there's a big thing you're gonna learn once you get at a higher level. Like things like that work now, but once you're like platinum and diamond, they'll not work and you will not understand why. But I already know why. It's because it's too straightforward. Something Day 9 used to always say, and somebody else too. Some other like.
I actually got that build from a Day 9 Daily.
Oh, nice.
Just saying.
Nice. I haven't watched Day 9 in forever. But something he used to always say, and some other figurehead in the community used to always say, was never do one attack or one thing at once. You always need to do two. And with that in mind, I did a little bit. I did a little bit of a tweak of a existing Wings of Liberty build, where you get Phoenix in 3 gates and you do an attack. Except I did just a quicker, a more delayed Stargate, but I wasn't planning on building up Phoenix. I was just getting one Oracle, and I do a 3 gate. And what I do is I poke the front, and I definitely have a pylon. I definitely have 3 gates. Like there is an army here, and they need to be afraid. And then I send the Oracle in. So like, if they did your like or the common 1 gate expand into quick robo into Immortals and 2 more gates, they would definitely have enough at the front, but they'd see 5 or 6 units and they'd be like, oh shit, he's warping in, you know? Like, I can't just leave a couple units down here and defend. And then the Oracle goes in and gets all this free damage. And if they respond incorrectly and run to their main base, I can force through their ramp and kill their natural with my whole army. Like, it's good because it's strong at both ends. Whereas, if they just happen to have like 3 quick stalkers or a photon overcharge, your Oracle will get killed with only 1 or 2 kills. And then, if they happen to have an observer or something, your DT won't do damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not making anything happen. You're hoping that it happens. Where you need to do a build that makes something happen by attacking 2 places at once or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like less straightforward. Like how the whole thing behind going Phoenix is you force Hydras and you're already on your way to Colossus, like as a part of the build before you. It's like you're making this happen. It's not like, oh, I hope they don't go Mutas because I'm going Colossus. It's like if they go Mutas, I have these Phoenix. I opened with them, so they're not going to go Mutas. And basically anything else on the ground sucks against Colossus. I mean, once you get enough, so you're good to go. It's like that's set up for you and to be in a good game, and that's what you need to think about when you're coming up with PvP builds, except in much smaller ways because PvP is still somewhat volatile, even though the Mushroom Core exists. So that's a pretty decent build. Also, like Blink All-Ins are done a lot, and just 3 gate Mushroom Core timings, but I don't really like that build anymore just because people are getting their timings down on their expands where they can photon overcharge the natural and be fine. But your 1 gate Robo build is strong. It's a very common build, but I don't actually know how to do it really well. Because I feel like if someone like just does any kind of Stargate against me, I just die, you know?
That's happened.
Like it's low units because you have to get a quick Immortal, or low anti-air units, and then like Oracle come in and kill you. Or if they just have Phoenix, they can like just add gateways and come kill you. Like the Mushroom Core can only do so much if you have hardly any anti-air. But there's certain fundamentals that make things easier no matter what you're doing. Like when you scout with a probe, a lot of the times, like 100% of the time in PvP, but a lot of the times in other matchups too, you want to actually leave it on the other side of the map. Like don't send it home. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So
I just realized you couldn't see me nodding.
Oh, yes, I can't. We're not video chat. I can't see you. So when you say you send your first stalker to the watchtower, so you see anything moving across the map, and this is after you've already scouted, whatever. After you've taken your expand, your robo's like almost done, or whatever you're going for. Your multiple gates are almost done, whatever. You see them move out with a stalker. Like, say you see them move out with one stalker and push your stalker from the tower. Whether you see a worker or not, you have no idea what they're doing. Even if they push out with 3 stalkers, whether you see a probe or not, you have no idea what they're doing. Because there are 3 fast stalker builds where you don't get a quick warp gate tech. Like, you don't put chrono boost into it, you don't attack. So when a situation like that arises, it's really handy to have a worker in their third already that you can just send to their natural and see if they have a nexus. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So yeah, basically, you just need to keep tabs on if they're expanding or if they're doing an all-in. Because if they're doing an all-in, sometimes you even want to let your natural base die. Like, say they were doing some delayed 4-gate type shit, or like maybe a 3-gate oracle. It's totally okay, and you did the 1-gate expand into quick robo into 2 more gates. Totally okay to let your natural die. You technically have a tech advantage because even if they camp at your natural and like make you stay in your main, if you didn't lose any units and if you ran your probes through your natural way, assuming there were any, you will have a few immortals and they won't, and they wreck gateway units, mainly stalkers. And yeah, Stargate isn't like, it's not really a good like mid or late game tech. Like, Archons are really good against Voidways, so. Are you in a game or anything?
No.
Okay. So yeah, what's my point? So yeah, you let your natural die and defend the Oracle, and you'd be fine. You'd be ahead technically, even though it doesn't seem like it. Even though it's like, oh, I just lost a Nexus for nothing. Oh, you're actually not that far behind. You're in fine shape. So. Okay, well, I guess we'll keep doing what we're doing. What do you do in Terran? You say it's your strongest matchup. Why do you feel that way, and what builds do you do?
I feel that way because, or at least right now, I'm not sure what would happen if I ever get into like a higher league or anything like that.
Yeah, everything changes, so just focus on right now.
Yeah, right now it would be because it's the match that I win the most in because of the build that I use. Because the way that it works is it's 1-gate fast expand, and this is one of the matchups I don't use an all-in in. So it's a 1-gate fast expand into, the 3-gate robo with Colossus, and if you send your first observer out to his base to scout what kind of tech he's going, what he's, where his expansion's at, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You build another observer for your army, and you throw in great, now I'm getting flustered.
Sorry.
Hold on a second, I have to think.
That's fine.
Your second observer, you keep with your army in case of like Widowmine drops, and etc. And then you get 6-gate robo on your 2 base, and if they're going bio, you go for your third, and you switch into Templar, High Templar.
Mm-hmm.
After already going your Colossus Double Forge, kind of standard mid gameplays from what I've seen, and then you from your third, you take your third and you just start building into a charge lot Storm Archon build or composition.
Yeah, with Colossus. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's how it's been for a long time. So you said if they're going bio, do you go against mech ever?
I have once, and it was a close match-ish. I lost because I'm not that good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go against mech, you instead of like when you go against bio, you start building more gates instead of, for more warpins of Templar and Zealots. Whereas if you go against mech, then you'd start adding in more robos because you're trying to get more immortals.
Yeah, you're right. You understand the matchup pretty well. So the only thing we can talk about in PvT, because it sounds like you basically understand anything, is just very specific things, like when to get blink overcharge, when to do a robo, like a Colossus build as opposed to a Templar first build.